Hello friends, I will start this lecture with telling you that very often there is one question that is asked on Romanticism. The questions can be: number 1, what are the major features of romantic poetry? Number 2, write a note on the significance of nature in the poets of romantic age. So, this question I am going to discuss with you. What is Romanticism? The word romance, romantic, and romanticism, these words have so many different meanings in concurrence. The students need not confuse with all these sundry meanings. In literature, all these words mean is breaking away from tradition. From the Elizabethan age to the neoclassical age, the subject matter of poetry was, by and large, courtly love. That is, love between the master and the mistress. The poets often wrote poems to please their wealthy patrons. There was little concern of the common man, till poets like Gray and Collins appeared on the scene. Therefore, Thomas Gray's poem, Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard, is a turning point. This poem was published in the year 1751. This poem by Thomas Gray appeared in the same year as the publication of The Social Contract by Jean-Jacques Rousseau. It is said that the book Social Contract had revolutionized the world. The American Revolution started in 1773 and the French Revolution had started in 1789. The motto of the French Revolution was freedom, fraternity, and equality. Romanticism must be understood against this historical background. In the words of Jeffrey Somers, we can say Romanticism can be seen as a reaction to the huge changes in society that occurred during this period of 1751 to 1850, including the revolutions that burned through countries like France and the United States, ushering in grand experiments in democracy. The romantic poets prescribed in your course are William Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge, P.B. Shelley, and John Keats. Wordsworth is known as a poet of nature. Coleridge's major poems dwell upon the supernatural. P.B. Shelley himself was a revolutionary. Keats was a lover, an ardent lover of beauty. Keats is also regarded as an escapist. To summarize this, I once again quote from Jeffrey Somers' essay on Romanticism. The movement was characterized by a celebration of nature and the common man, a focus on individual experience, idealization of women, and embrace of isolation and melancholy. Unquote. The romantic poets often use emotions and experiences from their own lives. These immediate personal pains are quite comprehensible throughout their poems in the same and I repeat, these immediate personal pains are quite comprehensible throughout their poems if the same are real with the biographies of these poets. Consider the following lines in Keats's Ode to a Nightingale. I quote from that ode: "Here, where men sit and hear each other groan, where palsy shakes a few sad last grey hairs, where youth grows pale and spectre thin and dies." Unquote. These lines clearly reveal the personal pain if one knows that the poet's younger brother Tom Keats had died in December 2018. Sorry, in in December uh, in December 18,018, and this poem was written in July 1819. The Romantics have displayed a great love of nature. Let us take the example of the stolen boat, extracted from book 1 of the Prelude by William Wordsworth. This poem has an added advantage in that this serves as a very good example of the supernatural. I quote from this poem entitled The Stolen Boat by William Wordsworth. I struck and struck again, and growing still in stature, the grim shape towered up between me and the stars, for so it seemed motion like a living thing strode after me. Unquote. As a child, Wordsworth had learnt that nature punishes us for our wrongdoings. The guilt conscience haunts the poet, appears before his eyes, and appears before his eyes in the horrible form of the Black Mountain Peak. One can also look for the Romantics' love for nature in Keats's poem To Autumn, which has been prescribed for your study. I quote from the ode To Autumn. Where are the songs of spring? Aye, where are they? Think not of them. Thou hast thy music too, while barred clouds bloom the soft dying day and touch the stubble plains with rosy hue. The negative capability that the poet had acquired by undergoing traumatic experiences comes to his rescue. The poet develops a unique sense of beauty he does not regret for the spring season. Autumn too has its own beauties and melodies. Thank you.